legends start. In-depth words, cutting deep as cleats. Every play analyzed heartbeat by beat. Interviews, raw stories unfold. Behind the curtain, secrets told. The Golden Broom Podcast, sweeping the game from the 50-yard line to the Hall of Fame. Breaking it down, tearing it apart. The Golden Broom Podcast, where legends start.
Welcome in. This is the Golden Broom Podcast. I am your host, Cody Slavinsky, joined as always by Vandy, Chris, and tonight we have an interesting show for you, to say the least. I mean, does it even matter if you gamble on sports while you're an athlete? And we're also going to touch on the fact that Michigan got a little slap on the wrist today. So, Chris, how you doing today, buddy?
Can't wait to talk about the Michigan story. I've got some things to say about that. Got a little bit NFL football news tonight.
You just uploaded a video, and that just screwed with my head. I was like, do we have a guest?
might have a hot take or two on one of the teams playing tonight. And big news at Vanderbilt today, and we'll get into that a little bit later.
Absolutely. Well, Chris, I can go ahead and tell you right now, my internet's being spotty again. I don't know why. I'm going to have to call and figure this one out because this is starting to get very annoying. But
it's at cheap Alabama Starlink.
It's got to be, man. It's got to be. That being said, we'll call it this. Some breaking news. And by breaking news, obviously, We're talking about the Michigan situation. So, as everybody knows, if you're watching this show, that means that you do not live under a rock, that you have probably followed college football for quite a while, and you obviously know the story of Michigan wins a national championship, allegations come out of potential sign stealing. Then it's proven that sign stealing does happen. Connor Stallions is fired. As you see, before they had Connor Stallions, they went 49-26. After he arrived, 40-3. Connor Stallions looks like a legend. Well, finally, I won't even say the hammer was dropped. They just wanted to get rid of the story, in my opinion. But Michigan released a statement that says, "We appreciate the work of the Committee on Infractions, but respectfully, in a number of instances, the decision makes fundamental errors in interpreting NCAA bylaws, and it includes a number of conclusions that are directly contrary to the evidence or lack of evidence in the record. We will appeal this decision to ensure a fair result." Okay. So let's just be real. Michigan cheated, whether you like it or not. I mean, it's plain as day. Now, did it technically violate any rules that were officially in place there? Did they have a loophole in that? Maybe. But realistically, if you're stealing a team's signs, if you're going to other teams' sidelines to spy on teams, if you're sending people to games to spy on teams, I'm sorry, but even if it's not against the rules, that is cheating. They cheated. They are lucky that they were not stripped of their national championship.
Nope, not going to happen.
Nope. So I am definitely curious to hear your thoughts on the matter.
So, let me get this out of the way first. If Tennessee did not get a postseason ban for paying players, running a hotel scheme, funneling cash to athletes through envelopes and Chick-fil-A bags, hiding an intern so he couldn't be interviewed by the NCAA, recruiting violations, and paying for travel, Michigan was never going to get touched.
That's fair.
Now, what they did get a 4-year probation, a $20 million fine, and it's over and done with. There's no postseason ban. Tennessee didn't get one either. And if you look at the two cases, Tennessee had the most NCAA violations in one case ever seen by the NCAA, and they didn't get a postseason ban.
Yep.
So if people weren't mad about Tennessee getting off scot-free, then they don't have any room to say anything about Michigan and what came down today, because there are gray areas. And if I want to send a coach to scout a team that I'm going to play, guess what? I'm going to send a coach to scout the team I'm going to play. If he's smart enough to figure out their signals, guess what? Advantage me. That's not cheating.
That's fair. That's very fair. The one thing I look at too, though, is the fact that, at least in my eyes, I feel like what Michigan did was worse than what Tennessee did.
But what did Michigan do? They scouted teams and they figured out their play calls.
Yeah, you can look at it that way.
Everybody does it.
I don't know if they do it to that extent, though. That's the problem.
If you're that good at scouting teams, you're figuring out their play calls.
Yeah.
It's that easy. Matter of fact, let me take it to Vanderbilt and Auburn last year. In Jordan-Hare Stadium, Vanderbilt's defensive players were calling out Auburn's offensive plays when they lined up.
Yeah.
How do you think they knew that?
Good point.
They studied game film.
Yeah.
They were well scouted. It's not cheating to know that stuff. Our players knew their plays by their
Yeah.
formations.
So I do have one question though. Okay, so they're fined $20 million. If they lose their appeal and they have to pay it, where does that $20 million go?
To the NCAA.
But why?
To pay for all the lawyers and investigators they had to hire to investigate the case.
I mean, I guess, but I don't know. It's maybe this is the soft side of me, but I've always felt like if a school's fined for something, like the money needs to go to a cause.
Fair.
Like, for example, all right, so because I'm wearing baseball stuff tonight. Like how in Omaha they do the Rocco's Yellow Shot Challenge, and the money from that goes to the local food banks of the teams that are there. Why not make them give that $20 million to like local like charities and stuff in the area? Like make it where they're actually giving back versus just taking $20 million. Like again, that's the soft side of me, but I feel like that money could be used in a better way. But
that's fair take.
But no, I think that I mean, I'm kind of glad that it's essentially over with now, and we don't have to worry about even talking about it anymore. Honestly, I'm ready for it to be moved on from, just so we can not have to see it in the news anymore. It's old at this point. I mean, we know it happened. It is what it is. There's your punishment. Take it, accept it, be done with it, move on.
Well, here's the thing. We know other teams were doing it too.
Yeah.
We know for a fact that they were doing it.
Well, the biggest thing is though you gotta actually prove it, like they did with the Michigan situation. But the one thing though you didn't see is you don't see assistants from these other schools on the sidelines of other teams in disguise. So there is that. At least that we know of.
But who did that, and where did they do it at? Because I know what the claim is.
Connor
I know what
Stallions
the
did it
claim
in Central
is.
Michigan.
That
It
wasn't
clear
him.
as day him. Yes,
That
it
wasn't
was.
him. That was one of their staffers. They have a dude on the staff that was him.
Are you
When
sure?
when the NCAA looked at it, there was nothing to be seen.
Well, then I don't know. One thing I do wish that they would do is release the files. That seems to be a popular statement in the world today. Release the files. Let us see the evidence. That's what I really want to see.
I want to. I ain't worried about Michigan's evidence and cheating. I want to see the files on the Alabama case.
What do you mean?
The Albert Means case.
Refresh me.
Albert Means, the lineman from Memphis, that they paid $200,000 to his head coach in high school to have him commit to Alabama. The last time Alabama got put on probation, like 2002.
Oh.
You don't remember the Logan Young and Albert Means, the Alabama booster getting unalived in Memphis before he's supposed to testify?
I honest to God truth do not remember that. But to be fair, when all this was happening, I was like 12.
Fair.
So I honestly...
That's the files. That's the files I want released, because we know for a fact that Philip Fulmer, Tennessee was under investigation at the same time.
Yeah.
And somehow that investigation was closed. And Philip Fulmer is given immunity by the NCAA. You know why he was given immunity by the NCAA? Because he was doing the same things that Alabama and Kentucky and all these other schools are doing, sending money to Memphis to high school coaches to have them act as recruiters for their team.
Interesting. I'm gonna have to research more into that one then. Because back then I watched football. I watched it religiously, but I didn't look at the news of it. I only watched football.
Fair.
So, that will be one that I have to look into. Very, very intriguing to say the least. So moving on from that, let's talk about the other elephant in the room. John Mateer. Venmo gets leaked. Before we get into what he did, let me just say one thing. If you use Venmo, a lot of people do, put it on private so people can't see what you did.
Yeah.
I mean, so basically someone went on John Mateer's, which John Mateer is the new Oklahoma quarterback that transferred from Washington State. They went on his Venmo account and they screenshotted a bunch of his transactions. They also did the same to Arch Manning, which Arch didn't have anything like this. He just had some racy wordage on his. But with John Mateer, obviously the biggest thing that was brought up was sports gambling, and UCLA versus USC. So apparently he bet on a few games with this Richard Roten guy, and he paid up. So, weird situation. It did say butt stuff. That is true. So me personally, I will say that I don't think Mateer should be penalized for it. I don't. And here's the thing. There's no way to prove what he did because at the end of the day, this is back in 2022. It wasn't on any actual gambling websites. It was a friendly wager with a friend. I don't think that technically counts as gambling. I mean, sure, it does. Mm-hmm. But I don't think it's to the point of where they can investigate and anything happened. And if they do, it would be too late to penalize him, I think. I don't see it happening. I think it's stupid. That being said, let me tell you, my favorite part of all this, though, is the fact that the fans are calling him Moneyline Mateer. And that is my favorite nickname in sports right now. It's absolutely amazing. And I simply look forward to Mateer having a great season in Oklahoma.
So, let's take it back to the start. One of the things the NCAA has been stringent on and has never wavered on is athletes in the NCAA gambling, whether it's a personal bet or a bet through a bookie or at a casino. They don't care. Any betting by college athletes is unacceptable, even personal bets. There have been athletes suspended for personal betting among friends. Every single athlete before John Mateer that's ever been accused of betting has been suspended pending investigation. Why isn't John Mateer suspended pending an investigation to find out if it was legitimate or not? Every other athlete that it's happened to has had to go through that route.
It's fair, but the other side of it is the fact that he's no longer on the roster of the team that he was
Doesn't
on
matter.
when he gambled.
He was an NCAA athlete when it happened.
I mean, sure.
Whether it was Oklahoma, Washington State or not, he was an NCAA athlete when he supposedly did it. Cut and dried. They have to suspend him and investigate. They have to.
But see, here's the problem, though. One, I think OU probably went through and looked at everything, and I think they've internally investigated with him. Had to.
Okay, but they're not the NCAA.
True.
And we know how schools self-police. They don't. They cover stuff up.
See, but that's the thing, though. Like at this point, I don't think you can really cover that up. I think if something was there, I think they would have done right by it. OU is not as. I've never looked at OU as a
Okay.
shady school though. That's just me.
Okay. So here's some facts of the case. This pops up. Guess what? I have Venmo, right?
But look right here. This is a great point. Do you not think OU compliance did their due diligence before allowing him to transfer? I
Do you
mean,
think OU's going to say, "Hey, have you ever bet on games? Can I see your Venmo?" Oklahoma's not doing that. Nobody's doing that.
but how do we know? We've never sat on
Nobody.
the other side of being recruited from the portal.
Okay. Here's the tell. This pops up that night. You open your Venmo, you go to his account, and guess what's gone? It got scrubbed as soon as that broke. Who scrubbed his Venmo? Who scrubbed the Venmo after the fact?
Well, I mean,
If
my
it was
God,
if it
I
was
would do the
scrubbed,
same.
if Oklahoma did their due diligence and looked into whether or not he had bet on anything, it would have been scrubbed before it got leaked.
I mean, fair, but
Not the day. It wouldn't have got scrubbed the day it got leaked.
well, I think at that point it's like, oh, I don't want people seeing what transactions I've made. 'Cause I don't want anyone to see the transactions I've made on Venmo unless it's something cool or funny.
No, I'm not wrong. I went on Venmo that night. I went to John Mateer's account. It was scrubbed that night, 8:30 p.m. It got
Well,
scrubbed.
no,
It
it was
didn't get
made,
scrubbed.
it went to private, so everything was gone off there. So you wouldn't be able to see it unless you're a part of his list.
It's not set to. It wasn't set to private.
Hold on. Let me. Got me wanting to
If
do
you got
some.
nothing to hide, why'd you hide it? After the screenshots came out.
All right, so here we go. Official statement from John Mateer. The allegations that I once participated in sports gambling are false. My previous Venmo descriptions did not accurately portray the transactions in question, but were instead inside jokes between me and my friends. I have never bet on sports. I understand the seriousness of the matter, but recognize that taken out of context, those Venmo descriptions suggest otherwise. I can assure my teammates, coaches, and officials at the NCAA that I have not engaged in any sports gambling. I mean, I believe him.
You
I really
still
do.
you still have to investigate whether or not it's real.
I
And
mean,
every single athlete before him that's been accused of the same thing has had that happen. They've been suspended and investigated for it.
I don't think anything's going to come from it. I just
He
don't.
shouldn't be treated any different than any other NCAA athlete in the history of college athletics. Gambling is a no. If you're accused of it, you're automatically suspended, and we investigate. Period. The end. They've never wavered. Why are
But
they wavering now?
boom.
You can do that with NIL. NIL is nothing more than a private transaction between a player and a private business. That private business doesn't get to say whether you're eligible or not.
There you go. He could.
Okay? Then if you're not going to follow the NCAA rules, get the hell out of the NCAA and don't come back. Don't let the door hit you in the butt on the way out. You either follow the rules or you don't participate.
I don't
Period.
think
The
he
end.
violated. I'm telling you, I really don't. I don't believe he did it. I believe him.
You
I really
still
do.
have to investigate it. Whether
I
he
mean,
did it or not, he's accused of it. You have to investigate.
they
You
may
have
investigate
to.
it, but this will be my prediction of what happens. We will never hear anything else about this again, and Mateer will have a great season, go to the NFL, and that'll be it.
And guess what? That'll be horseshit because he's been treated different than every other athlete that came before him.
I don't think it's that big of a deal. I think it'll just blow over. I really do.
It may, but I'm saying you cannot treat him any different than every other NCAA athlete in history that has been accused of gambling. They have been immediately suspended and investigated for it.
Now, the one thing I will say that's interesting, though, that it does bring up a thought process. All these athletes that have been accused of gambling and stuff, and then they put the rules into effect. How many athletes do you think actually do gamble on the side and use like a platform like Venmo or something to pay and keep it private?
You better not get caught.
Yeah.
Because, matter of fact, within the past 2 years, since NIL has been a thing, we've had starting football players, top of the line wrestlers at Iowa and Iowa State, all suspended for being accused.
Yeah. But I mean, to be fair, they did have betting accounts on betting websites.
True.
So that's different. That's a little bit different.
They had one. Iowa had one player that had an account that had never made a transaction.
See, that one I
suspended.
Feel like should not have been
suspended.
Huh. I don't know. I think Materi's safe. I think he'll be fine. That being said,
that's all I'm saying is you can't treat him any different than you've treated anybody else. You have to suspend him and investigate. Period. The end. Whether they find anything or not is another story.
That's a fair point. It is. That being said, let's do a very quick break, and we'll talk. We'll talk some sponsors and all that good stuff, and then got a couple more fun things to do tonight that I'm actually really looking forward to. If you're in the Anderson, South Carolina area and you would like a tattoo, go see Jimbo. Also, if you like lip pouches and Zen is not strong enough for you, check out Xylo. They have them up to 9 milligrams. I highly recommend it because who doesn't like a good filling every now and then? Also, be sure to check out our friends, Chinook Seedery. Use promo code Golden Broom for 10% off your purchase. Their lemon pepper seeds, A+. Just throwing that out there. We have a comment. Let me get to everyone. Proving that account was leaked. Oh. Interesting. See, that is interesting right there.
Okay, so cool. The account that leaked the screenshots
What's up, Terry?
was fake. Guess what? Fake account or not, they still got screenshots of John Mateer's Venmo showing that he paid off bets with his Venmo. It doesn't make the screenshots any less true.
I'm riding on the Mateer train. Money line to the end. I'm pulling for him. All right. So, Chris, I'm going to give you the floor. Talk some Vanderbilt volleyball for me.
Okay. I can do that. So, in a day and age where other schools are cutting sports, and there's been a lot of them over the last 4 to 5 years, a lot of schools have dumped sports. Vanderbilt's adding sports. They announced 2 years ago that they were adding a volleyball program. They go out, they hire an assistant coach out of Kentucky off of their national championship team, Anders Nelson, and he starts building his own program. They've engaged in a few scrimmages here and there against like Tennessee and some other schools. They took a trip this summer over to Europe and played some matches. Today, they played their first official preseason scrimmage in Vanderbilt in Memorial Gym against Fisk University. They won their scrimmage today, 4-0. None of the games were close. I think the closest one was 25-9. But the idea that an SEC school is adding a women's sport is pretty cool. And I've actually got a video of Coach Nelson talking about it.
I think what I love about the SEC is that we get opportunities to play against the best. So that's Texas, that's Kentucky, that's A&M, that's Missouri, that's Florida. I mean, the league is so stacked this year that we're going to have a ton of opportunities to see how we compare against the best. And we want to play postseason volleyball. That's what we've been saying since we got here. And getting to play against teams like Kentucky is a great way for us to see if we're on the right track.
My man is animated. I like that energy right there. And Terry, yes, I am extremely tired. I ate, just want to say I went to an Italian restaurant today with the wife, and I had a Cajun shrimp and crawfish penne, and it was a lot, to say the least, and I am feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but no, I like his energy. I think that I think their volleyball program's going to do something good. I mean, obviously, you don't know how you stack up until you get into your, the real season and all that. But I mean, going off of what we see now, I mean, can't start any better than that. What?
Somebody trolling me in the chat.
Oh, so funny you say this. Been there. Very good. Very good. So, Chris, I will tell you another one to go to. Go to Joe's Italian or Bertoloni's. Very, very good food, to say the least. All right. So, before we get into our specials part of our show, which I think is going to be very fun and will have some good engagement, which, Chris, you will have to monitor the comments for it because I won't be able to see the screen. Oh, God. Let me just say,
No, it's not.
I wish that I had the music to the original video, to say the least. That would be fantastic. Much appreciated for the comment. So recently, Chris and I, we've gotten back into the media world where we are actually writing articles again. And we both write for CF Backers. Shout out CF Backers, obviously. Fantastic website. Very up and coming. Great writers, great group of guys involved in it. And the future is definitely bright there. Cannot wait to see where that goes. I'm also writing with Sunbelt Syndicate. Today, or actually the last couple of days, I've had a few articles come out. I did an offensive and defensive preview for Missouri. Those two different articles for CF Backers, which is why I'm very high on Missouri this year because, oh my gosh, are they stacked. And then I also did a roster preview for the Troy Trojans, and I did that one today for Sunbelt Syndicate, and it was a fun article to do, to say the least. They got a fun team, which, by the way, Chris, did you realize that Ra Thomas is actually back playing this year?
Jesus.
He's playing for Troy. He is on the roster.
Just go on, man.
He entered a plea deal and all is good now, and he missed last year, but he's there. Oh, Reverend Red and Black. How you doing, buddy? I love it.
Why does Ra Thomas get another opportunity?
That I don't know.
What is this guy? About 26 years old.
He would probably be 20, 22, 23-ish. But, yeah. Oh, my gosh. Yes. Before we get into what we're about to do, Rush Probst is coaching again, Chris. Everybody knows Rush Probst. If you watch Two-A-Days back on MTV back in the day, he was the head coach at Hoover High School. The man has had nothing but controversy follow him throughout his career. Goes to Georgia, the state of Georgia, coached high school there. Controversy, comes back to Alabama, goes to Pell City, controversy, and I don't even know the school he's at now, but the coach out of the picture, he has now stepped in to be the head coach for the team this year. How this man continues to land jobs, I will never know. He must be
because he wins.
It's true.
Period.
It's true. He does. He really does. But my God, is he a scumbag?
Ain't no worse than Kevin Creasy at Murfreesboro, Oakland.
I don't know, man. He's pretty bad. Kusa Christian. That's right. Okay. Yeah, so I read it the other day, and I was just like, why? And AL.com has an article up, which I'm going to read it after our show tonight, but it's asking like how he keeps getting jobs with all the controversy that follows him.
He wins.
I mean, yeah, but let's see. Robert Thomas, 174 years old. Lewis after Martin Luther King hit me in my chest. Oh, that's good. I love it. I absolutely love it. Man. So, Chris, I want to close the show tonight in a fun way. I want us to go through and we predict the SEC season together, and we see what we think, how it's going to end, basically. See how we have our standings, and basically what we're gonna do is I have a website up, and we're gonna go through and we're gonna predict each game. And most of these will go through really quickly, but when we have a disagreement, we will quickly discuss it.
We're disagreeing on everything Missouri because they're not winning the single SEC game.
Oh, they are. We will argue this one, and we will debate it, and we will come to a quick agreement. Our debate, I say we get each of us gets 20 seconds to pitch our case on a game when we debate. I think that's fair. So let's get to it here. All right, I'm gonna go to the screen. All right, Chris, do you see my mouse moving?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. Central Arkansas versus Missouri. Obviously, we're going Missouri. Auburn versus Baylor. Who do you have?
Baylor.
I agree. I'm going Baylor in this one as well. I do think it will be a good game. But after what I saw from Baylor in the bowl game against LSU and know what they have coming back, I believe in Baylor this year.
After seeing what I've seen out of Auburn at practice so far this year,
fair point.
No.
Yes, fair point. Arkansas, Alabama A&M. Arkansas, I know you'll take that. Florida, yep. Long Island, even without DJ Lagway, let's be real. We're probably going Florida here.
Yeah.
All right, Georgia, Marshall. Marshall is I will say this about Marshall. Obviously, we're both taking Georgia in this. Marshall is the one team that nobody in the country can predict how they're going to be because they legitimately replace their entire team. Like every single player. So, taking Georgia. Kentucky and Toledo. What do you think about that one?
Kentucky wins at. Toledo was the worst team in FBS last year. Not even close. Kentucky wins at.
I know you're not high on Kentucky, which is why I wanted to address it. Underrated Georgia State versus Ole Miss.
Underrated. They won like 3 games last year and 2 games the year before. Ole Miss blows them out.
Mississippi State versus Southern Miss.
Bulldogs win it. Mississippi State is going to be the most improved team in the SEC this year.
Agreed. All right, let's see. Oops, I did something wrong. Okay, I see what it's doing. Never mind. All right, Oklahoma, Illinois State.
Oklahoma.
All right, Ohio State, Texas.
I don't trust a freshman quarterback and a big time situation, I'm going Texas
Oh, I'm going Ohio State.
with a
Jeremiah
freshman
Smith.
with a freshman quarterback on the high stakes. That's not how you do a freshman quarterback. You don't put him on a high stage like that to open his career. No.
But here's the thing, though. You or I could go suit up for Ohio State and put up good numbers just because of Jeremiah Smith. Arch is essentially a freshman too. The man, he doesn't really have any real experience.
But he does have experience, and he's been in some high pressure situations.
You know what? I'm gonna fold to you on this one. I'm gonna give you this one. I will be nice and I'll give Texas the win.
I just don't think Julian Sands is going to come out in his first game as a true freshman on that stage and handle it.
I think he is, but I'm gonna agree with you today. UTSA, Texas A&M.
Texas A&M.
I'll be honest with you. I want to take UTSA so bad, but I know it's not going to happen. We both have Vandy.
Mm-hmm.
Syracuse versus Tennessee. I'm going Syracuse, by the way. Just throwing this out there.
Just because what I know is going on at Tennessee, I think Syracuse gets them.
Yep, I do too. I believe in what Syracuse has going for them right now. Alabama, Florida State.
Alabama.
I think it's going to be nasty, by the way. I think it's going to be one of the biggest blowouts. All right. I don't even have to ask your prediction because we're going to have to debate this one. Chris, give me your argument for Clemson.
Clemson is going to be playing Penn State in the national championship. Cade Klubnik is the best quarterback in America, bar none.
No, he's not.
Bar none.
No, he's
the
not.
best. Bar none, the best.
No. Garrett Nussmeier had better numbers than Cade Klubnik last year.
That don't make him better.
Garrett Nussmeier has the deepest wide receiver room in the country this year.
No, he don't.
Yeah, he does.
I can't name a single wide receiver at LSU.
Aaron Anderson, Nick Anderson.
Never heard of him. Let me tell you about Barryon Brown. Remember his issue at Kentucky, right?
Yep.
What was that issue?
His lack of consistency.
Attitude problem and drops. They don't call him Brick Hands Brown for nothing.
He's not the main target, though. You also have Xavion Thomas. There's just so
Clemson's going to have
players.
Clemson is going to have 5 of the top 20 NFL draft picks. That team is absolutely loaded.
Okay.
They win this game by 2 touchdowns or more.
That is absolutely absurd.
When Brian Kelly shows me that he can win a season opening game on that stage, I might believe in that. Because guess what? He hasn't. His team has always folded in those situations, and Clemson is one of the top 2 teams in the country. They are absolutely loaded.
I'm going to challenge you after this show to really go look at LSU's roster so that you understand.
I've looked at it.
You clearly have not.
I can't. Like I said, Barryon Brown's the only wide receiver I've heard of at LSU.
Nick Anderson, former wide receiver at Oklahoma, who was phenomenal last year, was injured. He is absolutely amazing. Aaron Anderson was the leading wide receiver for LSU last year. Absolutely amazing. Chris Hilton Jr., one of the best deep threats in the entire country, had 9 receptions on the season last year because he had injuries. 3 of those were touchdowns. He averaged 27 yards a catch. Tradez Green will be tight end, some of the most sure-handed catches you will ever see. He is one of the best red zone threats you can find. He is going to be a stud. Defensively, the defensive line is absolutely loaded. We have arguably the best linebacker in the SEC. I said arguably. I didn't say he was, but We have that. Defensive back. LSU is finally back to their DBU standard. And
Based on what?
Based on the talent they have coming in.
Okay, let me remind you where LSU's defense has been for the last 2 years.
Okay, I agree.
It's been ass. And you can say what you want to about Harold Perkins. His freshman season is his best season to date. He was mid at best last year.
Well, he didn't really play much last year. He got hurt.
Okay. All of your receivers that you named off all have one thing in common, coming off injuries.
Okay.
What's to say they're going to be what they were before, if they were great before?
Well,
there's nothing
what I've seen
there.
in practice, they're there. They're good. And
What
hey, don't even forget, the most underrated running back in the entire country, Caden Durham, is also in the backfield.
Okay.
You know what? I will be nice today. Again, I will fold to you on this. I will give you Clemson, but let me tell you,
Clemson's
LSU,
winning this by 2 scores
not
or more.
only is LSU going to win this game, but it is going to be one of the most impressive coaching performances of Brian Kelly's career. It is going to be absolutely filthy.
Will it be as good as the coaching performance he put on when he sent? Never mind. I won't go there.
Yes, it will be better than that, Chris. I know where you're going with that one. All right. Anyway, let's move on. Virginia Tech, South Carolina.
South Carolina, handily.
Yeah, I agree. We know Alabama wins that. Arkansas wins there. We'll go Auburn there. This is the game, though, that I have circled. Florida, South Florida. And the reason I have it circled is because DJ Lagway, again, injured. So we don't know what his status is going to be. And South Florida was solid last year. And not only do they return quite a few players, they have their quarterback back. And that helps. I know you believe in South Florida. I believe in South Florida.
I do.
Can they pull the upset?
If Lagway's not healthy, absolutely USF wins.
So what's your prediction here? Do you think he'll be back in time for this game?
I think he will. I think they're going to save him.
Okay.
For that game. There's no reason to rush him back. No reason to put him in harm's way in week 1.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Florida probably wins this game if Lagway's playing.
Okay. We'll go Florida. Georgia, Austin P.
Georgia.
All right. Ole Miss, Kentucky.
Ole Miss.
LSU Tech. Mississippi State, Arizona State.
Arizona State.
Mississippi State all day. Healthy team, ready to roll. Year 2, Arizona State doesn't have what they had last year. They have a quarterback, and that's it.
And they have Kenny Dillingham, who's by far a better coach than Jeff Lebby. And Dillingham is one of the most creative play designers in all of college football.
All right, I'll give it to you. All right, Kansas and Missouri.
Jalen Daniels is back.
Don't.
Kansas is beating Missouri.
No, they're not, Chris. They're not. I've given you 3 games. I've been nice. This is the one
take it.
I'm not giving you.
Take it and get egg on your face.
I'll take all the egg you got if I'm wrong. Now, one of my favorite matchups of the season, Oklahoma, Michigan. I think Boomer Sooner rolls in this one.
I think Oklahoma wins that game.
I don't think Michigan's going to be very good this year, to be perfectly honest with you. They lost too much talent. I just don't see them being able to bounce back. South Carolina, we'll take them there. Tennessee, ETSU, who you got? Tennessee?
You don't want to know the answer to that, but if I have to fold and let you have Tennessee, I will. But I think
I want to hear. I'm about to say I want to hear why you lean ETSU.
ETSU is a solid football team.
Sure.
They're probably going to be in the FCS playoffs again this year.
Okay.
I don't think Tennessee's very good. I think ETSU goes into Neyland Stadium with a chip on their shoulder and a point to prove.
That's a good point. I will agree with you on that because I know that they were very good last year. Let me pull something up real quick. I want to look at one thing on them real quick before we move on. All right, so last year 7-5. Yeah, I'm going Tennessee. I'm not folding on that one. Texas over San Jose State, I assume.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A&M over Utah State.
Yep.
Vandy over Virginia Tech.
Yep.
Wow, you actually finally give Vandy hope in that game. I'm proud of you. Considering
Virginia
last
Tech's
year
going to
you
be
didn't do it.
ass.
Oh, they are. I know. I actually like this Wisconsin and Alabama matchup, but
It's
I mean,
not even
listen,
close. Alabama
no.
wins it.
No, I agree. I like the matchup, but the timing of it is terrible. Auburn, USA, South Alabama's going to be good this year, but they're not going to beat Auburn. They're not ready yet. I'm going Kentucky there. LSU, Florida. Who you got?
LSU.
Okay. Ole Miss, Arky.
Ole Miss.
I think Arkansas is a team that no one's talked about really this year, and I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so this game right here is a tough one to predict. Louisiana versus Missouri. And the only reason I say that is because UL added.
I thought you were high on Missouri.
That's the problem. I'm high on both of these teams. And this one sucks for me. I think Missouri should win this game. But UL has 5-star quarterback Walker Howard finally getting to be quarterback 1. They have Shelton Sampson Jr., who was also a 5-star receiver transferring in. Like, they have a squad on them. But I'm telling you, Missouri is going to be very good this year. So we'll go Mizzou on that one. All right, we'll go OU there. Vanderbilt, South Carolina.
South Carolina. They've won 17 straight until Vanderbilt beats them. I can't believe that Vanderbilt is going to beat them.
That's fair. Tennessee's not beating Georgia this year.
Nope.
UTEP, Texas wins.
Texas.
I think Notre Dame beats the hell out of A&M. Just being honest.
I think it's going to be similar to what last year was. Very close, low scoring game. Notre Dame wins.
All right, Memphis and Arkansas.
Arkansas.
All right. Florida and Miami.
Florida.
Interesting. I like that. All right, go there. Got that. South Carolina, Missouri. You're going South Carolina. I already know.
Timeout.
Okay. What? Which one?
You need to talk about that Tulane team and that Ole Miss team.
Do you really think Tulane's going to be Ole Miss?
This ain't the Ole Miss that you're expecting from the last 2 years.
No, I know. It's a new team. It is. And I don't trust their defensive backs.
Their quarterback is a better baseball player than he is a football player.
Hey, that is true. That is very true. But he's also a very good quarterback as well.
We saw him for one series in one game.
There's a reason that Walker Howard entered the portal, and it wasn't just because he's Lane Kiffin's daughter's ex-boyfriend.
I mean, we know that Tulane gave them all they wanted the last time they played. That's all I'm saying. And I don't think this Ole Miss team is near as good. But, I can fold.
I mean, I'm not sold on that one, but all right. All right, so Missouri, South Carolina. I think, again, I like Missouri at home in this one, but my only concern about South Carolina is they have a good core of players, but I feel like they lack depth in key areas.
The best defensive player in America. One of the top 3 offensive playmakers in the SEC. Going to a school that lost not only their number 1 quarterback, but their their top 2 quarterbacks, their top 3 wide receivers, their top 2 running backs, half of their offensive line and half of their defensive line. Missouri's ass. South Carolina wins this game handily.
But one thing you forgot about with Missouri is they added some great receivers from the portal. They have Ahmed Hardy coming in, who was a fantastic running back last year.
Prove it.
He rushed for over 1,000 yards last year.
Not with an offensive line that's replacing 3 starters.
I mean, they literally went in the portal and got some of the best available linemen you could ask for.
Stop it. Vanderbilt signed 3 of the top 10 offensive linemen in the portal.
Okay. I will give you the South Carolina game. I'll give you that. All right, Auburn, Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma beats the hell out of them.
I don't think Auburn's going to be good. Oklahoma wins.
Tennessee, UAB.
Tennessee.
Okay. All right. Can Vanderbilt get it done this year?
Cody, you're fired.
All right, let's see. Texas. Oh, Arkansas, Notre Dame. That's actually a cool matchup. I didn't even realize
Notre Dame wins that handily.
Oh, no, I agree. That's a very intriguing matchup, though. Interesting. Alabama, Georgia.
As much as I like Ty Simpson, I don't think Alabama's going into Georgia and beating them. The number one reason why, Kalen DeBoer.
I like that, actually. I don't even have a rebuttal.
And if we're judging Alabama and the quarterback position based on what we've actually seen out of that quarterback in game play in college football, Ty Simpson has not been good.
Yeah. That's fair. All right.
Now, do I think he's going to be? I think he's going to be fine this year, but until he proves it,
that's fair. I mean, that really is. I mean, we've seen cool highlights of him, but nothing that is. I mean, obviously, we don't know with him. So, I mean, I think that's a fair pick. I mean, that's a hard environment to go into. So, Absolutely. LSU Ole Miss. Before you make your pick, I would like to throw this out there. LSU had a defensive back last year that had a ton of potential, but he absolutely was ass and was told he was ass, and he left the program, and now he's a starter at Ole Miss this year. That is one reason I don't trust Ole Miss, and I think LSU easily wins that game.
I actually picked this game last night. I'm going Ole Miss at home, holding serve.
I refuse to fold on this one. I refuse to fold on this one.
Plus Lane Kiffin's a better coach than Brian Kelly.
Based on what?
Brian Kelly's the biggest fraud in college football.
Brian Kelly's at least made it to a national championship. And he's won
got his ass handed
in a different
to
division.
him.
So, but he still made it.
And got his ass handed to him.
He made it with a team that he had a recruiting disadvantage with.
Stop it.
Before NIL, it was hard to recruit to Notre Dame.
Notre Dame is one of the bluest blue bloods in the history of college football. Stop it.
Absolutely. And before Brian Kelly, they hadn't been relevant since 1988.
If Notre Dame's knocking on your door, you're going to play for Notre Dame. That's how easy it is to recruit there.
I mean, their previous recruiting rankings say a lot differently than that.
I'm just telling you.
Unless you were a tight end, that was the only way a high-end recruit was going there back in the day. But no, I highly disagree with you. I think LSU handily beats Ole Miss. It might be one of their easiest games on the schedule this year. I will take it. Here is a good matchup of teams that
Tennessee wins that game.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. All right, that's an easy one. I'm assuming I know how you feel about Kentucky, and I agree with you on a lot of it. So, yes. A&M, I'm assuming handily beats Auburn.
Yep.
I'll take Vanderbilt there. Man, this one. I mean, let me just tell you something. If there was ever a cherry on top possibility for Diego Pavia, oh my God. That being said, I don't think Lightning strikes twice here. I think Alabama beats them this year. Their defense is just too strong.
I'm taking Alabama to win at home. However, the idea that Alabama's defense is strong, I don't understand where that's coming from.
Their front seven is loaded.
I'm still waiting on their corners to catch Junior Searle. They've been chasing them for 11 months.
That's fair. That's fair.
And then the way Oklahoma actually torched their defense, come on.
That's fair. That's fair. Arch Manning versus DJ Lagway.
Texas wins that game.
Okay. Got Georgia there, OU there, A&M there, Georgia there. Because a lot of these are easy picks. LSU, South Carolina.
There's a lot of bad blood from that game last year.
Sure.
South Carolina's coming in there. They're taking the win in Death Valley.
No, they're not. That's going to be a night game. LSU.
You should have got your asses. Garrett Nussmeier had his ass kicked in Columbia, South Carolina last year. The refs cheated. You pulled out a win because the refs cheated. Got suspended, never called another game the rest of the year. That's how dirty it was. South Carolina is coming in there to take care of business and get retribution. They absolutely do it. Best defensive player in America.
They're not going to do it, but I'll give it to you to be nice. Ole Miss, Washington State.
Ole Miss.
Missouri, Alabama. I'll give you Alabama. I already know. Arkansas, Tennessee.
Arkansas.
Ooh, I like that. Red River Rivalry.
Texas.
All right. A&M, Florida.
A&M.
All right. A&M, Arkansas.
A&M. Auburn wins that game.
Are you serious?
Missouri's not winning a single SEC game.
Missouri's going to win at least 9 games this year. They're going to be really good.
No, they're not.
I promise they are. Look, I'm telling you, our end of the season show where I get to bring out all my receipts, I'm so ready for it. I want us to both bring out receipts on each other for our crazy predictions that we make.
LSU's losing 4 games.
No, they're not.
Okay.
Chris, LSU is
LSU's losing 4 games.
College football playoff this year. There is a high chance that they win the whole thing. That is how good this team is. That is my blinders off. This is me being straight and narrow down the middle.
That's you being a homer.
No, look, hey, I'm okay if people say Clemson's going to beat them because that's a very good possibility. Clemson's a great team. Outside of that, I think LSU clean sweeps the schedule.
Nope.
Okay, we will see. All right, Georgia, Ole Miss.
Georgia.
All right. Texas, OU, South Carolina.
South Carolina.
LSU's beating the shit out of Vanderbilt this year.
You won't beat the shit out of us. You'll win that game, but you ain't beating the shit out of us. It'll be close just like it was last year. And hopefully the officials stay out of it and stop protecting LSU.
Oh, my God.
Because you know damn well last year we were fixing to win that game, and the officials had to get involved.
Oh, my God. We got the dub. That's all that mattered.
Did they call a bullshit penalty that would have stopped LSU on 4th down?
I mean, I did. I mean, it. Yeah, but
they called a bullshit penalty that kept the drive alive. Correct?
They did, but LSU was still going to win that game.
Vanderbilt was getting the ball back. They made the stop.
Okay.
They were getting the ball, but they were getting the ball back. Less than 2 minutes left in the game, in a 7-point game. You were fixing to lose that game. The officials had to protect you.
If you say so.
You know damn well that's what happened.
We can agree to disagree.
You texted me and said that's a bullshit penalty on CJ.
I have no recollection of that. All right, who you got, Arkansas or Auburn?
Arkansas.
All right. Oof, the battle of mid, Kentucky and
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Ooh. All right, LSU A&M.
LSU.
Texas, I assume.
Texas.
Ole Miss,
Ole Miss.
Oklahoma. Oh, wow.
Ole Miss.
All right. Bama, South Carolina.
South Carolina wins that game.
How high are you on South Carolina this year?
South Carolina. I got South Carolina finishing 4th in the SEC. Being a 9th ranked team in the nation.
Interesting. All right. So earlier you had that mindset of until we prove we can win, I have to pick the other team. Missouri is a team like that for Vanderbilt. So who's your prediction in this one?
We beat their ass in their own house last year.
That's true. I did forget about that game. All right. I'm going to be nice. I'm going to give you Vanderbilt in that one. Because
Missouri's not coming to Nashville and beating us.
So on next week's show, I'm gonna share my actual what I think is gonna happen, but I'm gonna cave to a lot of your picks. All right, Arkansas, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State wins that game.
Okay, Auburn, Kentucky.
Auburn wins that game.
Florida, Georgia.
Georgia.
At that point in the season, that will be one of the
Georgia.
better games. I mean, I
No, it
agree.
won't.
I think that's gonna be a great game. I mean, that game's always good though.
Harrison Bailey's going to be playing quarterback for Florida at that point, and he's ass.
That would be bad. South Carolina, Ole Miss.
South Carolina.
Okay. Oklahoma, Tennessee.
Oklahoma.
All right. Vandy, Texas.
Texas.
I want to see Vandy get redemption in that game. You talk about redeeming yourselves. That's the one that I want to see Vanderbilt get.
That was another game where the officials had to stick their nose in it.
Yep. All right. Alabama, LSU.
Alabama.
Okay. Florida, Kentucky.
Florida.
Okay. Ole Miss, Citadel, Georgia, Mississippi State, and Auburn, Vandy.
Auburn's not coming to Nashville and beating Vanderbilt.
All right. Alabama, OU.
Alabama.
All right. Texas, Georgia.
Georgia.
All right. Kentucky there. LSU, Arkansas.
LSU.
All right. Ole Miss, Florida.
Ole Miss.
All right. Missouri, Mississippi State.
Mississippi State.
Oh, my God. All right. So Tennessee is going to be a Diego Pavia-less team. A&M, South Carolina.
A&M.
Okay. Auburn, Mercer. You got that one circled, I know.
I have that one circled. I think that's a trap game for Auburn.
Fall for the trap, though.
Because if you look at the game previous to that, who's Auburn got?
I don't even remember. Was it Vandy?
Go back to week 11.
Okay. So Vandy there.
Go to week 13.
Okay.
Okay, now go to week 14.
Yes, the Iron Bowl, ain't it? Yeah. Oof.
Mercer is a trap game. Mercer is a threat to win the FCS National Championship this year.
Yeah.
They are more than capable of winning that game. I haven't come out with who I think is going to win it. But if Auburn don't bring their A game, they'll lose.
So who do you go with right now? Gut instinct.
Gut instinct. Auburn SEC team should win that game.
All right. Tennessee, Florida.
Florida.
All right. OU, Missouri.
Oklahoma.
All right. Let's see. South Carolina. I'm assuming Texas over Arkansas.
Texas.
A&M will win that. Vandy, Kentucky. You'll never pick Kentucky, even if Vandy was 0-11 at that point. Georgia, Georgia Tech.
Georgia.
That's going to be a fun game, too. Missouri, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
All right. Auburn, Alabama.
Alabama.
All right. Florida State, Florida.
Florida State.
Oh. Kentucky, Louisville.
Louisville.
All right. Ole Miss, Mississippi State.
I'm calling for the upset. Mississippi State pulls a shocker.
Okay. LSU, Oklahoma.
LSU.
All right. Clemson, South Carolina.
Clemson.
Vandy, Tennessee.
Vanderbilt walks into Neyland Stadium and pulls the win and pisses off an entire state.
Texas, Texas A&M.
Texas.
All right. So what I've decided I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to the top before we generate this thing, and I am going to let you change some picks because I'm going to let this be your picks. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So do you see anything right there that you want to change?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's see. What about right here?
Nope.
What about wait, we already went there. What about right here? You wanted to do Kansas, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see. Do you want to change to ETSU?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to change to Florida or leave LSU?
LSU wins it.
All right. Do you want to pick UL or you want to stay with Mizzou?
I'll stay with Missouri.
All right. You wanted to stay with Florida, right, over Miami?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's see.
Ole Miss.
Yeah. All right. Are you sure you want Alabama over Vandy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So I give you South Carolina on that one. Georgia. All right. So the rest of these were yours. I didn't override any other picks after this. All right. So let's go simulate. Wait. Nope. Oops. Don't want to do that. I forgot I got to go right here. Yeah. So what? So the standings would be. Damn. So you got Georgia going undefeated. You got Texas in second. You got South Carolina third, Alabama fourth. At the bottom, you have Missouri, Kentucky, Tennessee, Auburn, Arkansas, Mississippi State. So you have Arkansas and up making a bowl game. What do you think about that?
That's about what I see happening.
Do you want to do a screen capture on that while you're looking at it?
Can you move the ad at the bottom?
It won't let me. I tried. Because it makes me angry because every time I try to do it, it doesn't let me. Just screen grab 1 through 10, and then I'll scroll down where you can do 11 through 16. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There you go. There's the rest of it. All right, you got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right, perfect. So that's our predictions. Oh, we had a comment. Yes, we did pick OU and Michigan. When that was 5 minutes ago. But yes,
Picked OU.
yes, that will be a fun game. But anyway, Chris, what are your final thoughts for the evening?
Spot the damn ball. I'm ready.
I love it.
Spot the MFing ball. I'm ready. Spot the damn ball. And while you're at it spotting the ball, get on your computer and go to www.midwestmasterpiece.com. Get you some gear for your team.
There you
She
go.
will hook you up. You get her the design you want. She'll get you hooked up. Send you some shirts, tumblers, magnets, everything. Back to school supplies. You can even go on her website and get Golden Broom podcast merchandise.
It's true.
Pay her a
Very
visit.
true.
Get you some gear. Tell her we sent you.
There you go. I like it. Well, my final thoughts for evening are I enjoyed going through the SEC schedule. That was fun. So how about next week? Let's go through like the ACC or something. I think that could be a lot of fun to do.
You didn't argue with me very much at all on Missouri. They're going to be good. They're going to be good. They're going to win at least 9 games. And you didn't even argue with hardly any of those games.
So the reason I did not argue it was because I know that no matter how hard I argue, you will not shift your stance.
I'm not.
I can do it till I'm blue in the face.
Okay, so here's the thing. What's been the common criticism of Drew Alar?
What?
He's inconsistent.
Sure.
Can't make the big throws.
Sure.
And his backup quarterback couldn't take that spot away from him. Which tells me he's not very good.
It's fair.
What they think they've got in this quarterback. Oh, we got Penn State's backup quarterback. You got a backup quarterback.
So here's one thing, though, about Missouri that you have to consider that people forget. All right, so they return 3 big pieces of their defensive backs, right? But here's the biggest kicker. They have an addition at free safety. A guy that many people know, Jalen Catalon.
Never heard of her.
Are you kidding me? He was all
Never
SEC.
heard of her.
All SEC, all freshman, fantastic defender at Arkansas. Then he went to Texas.
You're talking safeties, right?
Yeah.
I can name 3 safeties in the SEC that were freshmen, top of my head. He's not one of them.
Well, because he was a freshman like 5 years ago.
Okay.
I
can name 3 freshman safeties from last year that are class of the league.
He wasn't in the SEC last year, though.
You're missing the point. They were the class of the league as freshmen.
Okay. So who's to say he can't be class of the league as a graduate player?
I'd have to see it to believe.
Well,
because I know what people got coming back.
Telling you, he's one you got to keep an eye on. Because until I did my article on him, I had no idea that he was even still in college.
So people can say what they want to about Boo Carter, right?
I love his mom, though.
He was the best freshman safety in America last year, bar none.
I mean, let's be real. He was arguably the best freshman athlete in the entire country.
And that's saying a lot when you got Crawford at Alabama. That kid's a stud. And then you got Dante Carter at Vanderbilt, too, who is freshman all-SEC.
That's a kid I'm actually excited to see.
I got 3. They're sophomores now, safeties in the SEC, off the top of my head, that are going to be the class of the league.
We'll see. Dante Carter is one, though, I do want to see what he does this year. I think he's got a lot of potential this year to really break out because it's his defense this year.
Yeah.
Well,
him and Random Fontenette.
Yeah, and Langston Patterson and all that. But, yes.
Langston Patterson, Bryson Cowan.
Brian
Longwell.
Vandy is stacked.
Our linebacker room might be the deepest in the SEC.
That I actually cannot argue that. They are very deep. The potential is amazing. And with Clark Lee, I trust it. I really do. I mean, that's the one thing I can give Vanderbilt props on is the fact that the team has bought into what Clark Lee preaches. They showed it last year.
You know why they bought in, right?
Why?
What happened 2 years ago?
I don't know.
We came into the season with a little bit of promise. We found We found us a hot shot quarterback that was really good, returning a lot of pieces. We won 2 SEC games the year before. Things are trending in the right direction. We go 2-10 and lost 10 straight games at the end of the year.
Yeah. Shout out AJ Stone.
What did Clark Lee do?
He cleaned house and
he literally told guys, starters on that team, you got to go.
Which, speaking of starters from Vanderbilt, any update on CJ Taylor and what his standing is?
Haven't seen anything from him yet.
Okay.
I know he got an invite to Chargers rookie camp.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen anything since then. I know he's not on their roster at all.
Okay.
So I don't know. One of them pieces that Coach Lee told to take a hike actually played an NFL game tonight.
Who's that?
Would you believe me if I told you that Quincy Skinner Jr. had 2 catches for 14 yards, was targeted 3 times tonight for the Atlanta Falcons?
Wow.
And he was one of the ones. He was one of the ones that Clark Lee said, "You got to go, son."
Interesting. I'm trying to see. Yeah, there's no update on him there. Let me see.
Do you know how good Tennessee's quarterback is this year?
He's a good athlete, but he's not proven on the big stage.
He was a turnover machine last year, and he lost his job to A.J. Swan, who Clark Lee told to take a hike, son.
I think AJ can. I think he can do good at App State this year.
He should.
I mean, it's he's playing with people on his level, so it helps, to say the least. But yeah. All right. Well, that being said, my final thoughts for the night are hopefully the Michigan stuff's behind us. We can move forward now and spot the ball. I'm ready. Let's do this thing.
By the way, the Tennessee Titans have defeated the Atlanta Falcons, who were last year's #1 defense in the NFL.
There you go. I mean, I know it's preseason, but that's a good sign.
Although Cam Ward played like shit.
But see, that's the thing though. Like, I can't gauge a quarterback's talent level off the preseason. I've never been able to do that.
He was 2 of 7 for 42 yards at QBR of 52.
I mean, but you yourself said he should have been 4 for 7.
Oh yeah, Van Jefferson was terrible.
So there you go. So that being said, thank you all for watching tonight. We appreciate you. If you don't mind, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a share. Highly appreciate it. Also, I put this on our socials recently. We are doing a giveaway. I'm going to give away a $100 Fanatics gift card. if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all of our subscribers on YouTube, we'll run them through a generator, pick a random follower, and that is who is going to win the gift card. So all you got to do, subscribe to the YouTube. That's it. So thank you for watching. We'll see you next week. We will be changing days soon. Congratulations, Chris, by the way. And we're going to discuss and figure that out, how we're going to do it, which obviously I don't think it really matters because when we go live, our dedicated fans will watch. So not sure what day we're going to do yet. We might even just test some days and see what our numbers look like when we do it. So be ready for that announcement coming very soon. And yeah, have a good evening. We appreciate you.
On the diamond where they play, sweeping competition.